Please stand up, staff, and everyone give them a round of applause. They do well. And aiding those staff are our tremendous volunteers. Our volunteers add such great depth of skill and time to the YJC. Please stand up, Adam. And funding it all are our fabulous donors. Many of our supporters contribute loyally, gracefully, generously, and I'd love them to stand up so we can say thank you. We got our funders in here. I know. And we have people from the city. This is a wonderful community, Evanston, and we've got a lot of support from our alder people and our city, and Broading and Chicago. So could you all stand up too? And last but not least, our board. And sometimes you don't see us, but we are there. We are in the back, making sure things are going well, and hoping to make your job a little easier. So board, please stand up. Obviously, there's somebody. There are people still sitting. Let's just call your friends. Y'all stand up. You are our have a seat. Thank you. We are very powerful together.
Nice to meet you.
Partners come and spend a lot of time with us, and sometimes they acknowledge there's a time that they're moving on. We let them leave, but we never let them go. I'd like to acknowledge two of our really fabulous board members who are retiring after this meeting. First is Frank Adams. Frank, if you want to stand up. As he comes up here, Frank joined the board about 5 years ago, maybe 6, and he told a story at one of our events about his path to success. He said he didn't start out on a particularly good path. It took a lot of people to help him along, a lot of support. And really, the reason he's leaving the board is he's been so successful. With that help that he got in his career, he is now the chief executive director, or corporate HR director.
Senior director of corporate.
He's got a really long time, a big job at Crate and Barrel. So that's and I hate to do this one. Jeff Connie, after 25 years of serving the Leeds Job Center, Jeff has been on the board for 25 years, served as chair, served as advisor, served as recruiter, served as community contact, served as glue, served as everything. I think he even shovels the walk sometimes. What's your line about
you can check out, but you can never leave?
Yeah. So we don't expect you to
Okay.
leave. So thank you for your service.
Thank you. It's been big fun.
I'd like to introduce, this has been a really great year of change, and the biggest and probably brightest thing that's happened to us is bringing Lucretia Jameson on as our executive director in May. We love Karen Demarest, we love Ann Jeanette, we love our former. Everyone's contributed greatly, but we are so looking forward to the energy and that you bring to the job. So, great.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I told you got a lot of energy, so I first want to thank you, Jess. Okay, Jess, we have something for you because Jess is my boss, and she has been the absolute. She has been absolutely phenomenal with helping me transition here to YJC. She's such a calm spirit, and she's so open to hearing whatever you have to say. She will be stepping down. She will not be leaving or letting go or anything like that. But in March, she will be transitioning into a board member instead of the board chair. So we would like to give you this wonderful award for your service. So yes, I'm Lucretia Jameson. Everybody calls me Cree, and I'm the new executive director of Youth Job Center. So thank you guys for coming to our annual meeting. This is the first in some years. Of course, all of you guys were in the same situation, whatever organization you work in or company, where we just weren't together. And I'm an in-person type person. I don't watch sports unless it's in person. I go crazy on the TV. So it's a lot of things. I love in-person stuff. I like to hug and touch and feel. So guys, I've been vaccinated, boosted in 12 times so that I can hug you guys. I'm excited regarding our FY23 year. It's going to be an exciting year. YJC is a great family. And I finally made my 90s days, so I'm excited. I've been welcomed here in Evanston. I've been warmed with all of the coffee. I've been warned as well. The only W I have not is I haven't been wined yet. So I'll wait, okay? I'll wait. So I'll wait for you guys to do that. But when I think about the men and women in this room who have actually given our time to youth, it's phenomenal. The first thing I want to do is definitely thank my team, my staff, because they've been absolutely awesome. I have a lot of changes that I made in regards to how we look at our numbers. Not that we were looking at any different numbers, but just how we look at them. So I want to give a round of applause to my staff. And it also gives me hope that we're in an environment with all the nonprofits in Evanston and Chicago that can really help us connect to our clients a little better. So I want to welcome you guys, to our annual meeting. And this success could not be accomplished without individual organizations. We have the Infant Welfare Society. We have right here that we've already connected and started doing work. Tangible work that has outcomes and everything else, so we can help the parents there, and so we can help more youth and our young parents here, and so we're looking forward to that. And today is called the Power of Partnership. So today you will hear from two of our partners, Everywhere Wireless. They'll be on video for us, and then we'll hear from Gap. And Everywhere Wireless is a recent collaborator and developed a partnership through one of our board members. So this is the Power of Partnership. Can that board member please stand? Where is he? Left? David? Oh, there he goes right there. Yes. So, this is how we do things. The Power of Partnership means that we need a resource. We're looking for ways to do something. One of our board members says, I have an idea. And like I told many board members, that's when you come down from this big board and you do some work with us. Once we don't need you anymore, you go back to the big board and just govern us. But we often call our board members down so that they can do certain things for us, so that we're able to keep the work going. The next org that you will hear from is the Gap Inc. And this has been a long-standing partnership where we've been able to really cultivate and understand how to do a partnership throughout years, where they have to say, let's tweak this, change that, and everything else. But the power of partnership, it doesn't start with just one opportunity. It starts when you start making continuous efforts to create something and make it better. So we'll hear from them. Our partner, Kurt's Cafe, supplied our continental breakfast. So we partnered with them to make sure we can do that. We hosted it here, YWCA hosted us here. So that's kind of like the Power of Partnership. We use all of these different things because you guys couldn't fit in our little house, okay? So we want to make sure that we understand the Power of Partnership. I do want to have a few special people stand so you can give them a round of applause. I first want to thank Ann Jeanette. She's sitting right here. She's our founder. So she and I talked, and I think we were just like, I feel like we're like sisters, I'm telling you. Me, her, and Karen, we found so many things in common in regards to the work that we're doing. She's such a special person, and she really has a passion for just helping somebody get a job. That solves so much that we don't really think about. The other person, we haven't hit our coffee yet. So, and he's gonna pay for it just like everybody else, even though he's leaving the board. It's Jeff Connie. I would like to thank him. Everybody give him a round of applause. I can't tell you how much I've heard his name since I've been here. Everything that has been done, I have heard Jeff. And I think that goes to show you what legacy is all about. So I want to thank you guys for being here. So we have the YWCA. So whether you're a volunteer, a financial resource board member, client, YJC staff, I would like to thank you guys for supporting Youth Job Center. We are about 40 years in 2023, so we're looking forward to that, and we're going to keep serving our youth. Just want to show you this is our mission: success for young people in the workplace and life. We provide job readiness, employment placement, and certified training for 14 to 25-year-olds. And then we serve the youth in Chicagoland area for nearly 40 years. We're headquartered in Evanston, and YJC has accessible workforce satellites conveniently located in Chicago and south suburbs. Our pathways are this: we try to keep it healthcare, maintenance, hospitality, transportation logistics, information technology, and business and professional services. What we want to do is help some of those young people figure out what pathway you're looking to do if college is not your traditional pathway personally, and how we can get you to these jobs. We also want them to have a living wage job, not just a job, as my faculty told me, a job is just over broke. You know, it means J-O-B, just over broke. You want to look for a career. And so that's important, right? You get a job, you're just over broke. So you want to find a career. At a glance, in FY22, we service nearly 1,100 young people. 77% of them attended our workforce readiness trainings. 39% of those clients received individual coaching, and 24% were placed in employment, and 4% were earned vocational credentials. So this year, we are looking to have a 12% and 11.2% growth with 1,200 young people we will be serving. 83% of them will go through workforce readiness training, which is 12% growth. 41% of those clients will receive coaching, which is 12% growth. Clients placed in employment, we're going to place 360. That's a 40% growth, which will put us at a 30% placement rate. And the clients earning credentials will be 56% growth, and 6.3% credential rate. So the reason why I want to show you guys this is to show you how we'll be growing. It'll be small. Remember, 40% growth is not large when you have small numbers, okay? I think about numbers all day. So, but yeah, so we wanted to show you guys where we'll be growing, so we would need all of your help to do so. And I would like to thank you, the big thank you. I've had over 30 coffee talks, over 25 lunches, after hour parties and weekend gatherings, 6% growth in my dress size, a 7% reduction in my patients driving on Ridge Avenue, and an all-around great group of nonprofit people. Thank you guys. Yes.
Just one question.
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yes.
So you mentioned the goals for 23.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like one or two challenges that you feel are your biggest things that maybe we as a group can galvanize around?
Yes, we can talk later. We can go for coffee
Okay.
too. One of our greatest challenges is finding enough employers to trust young people, right? To give us that opportunity to have them come in. What we're doing with that is utilizing a wonderful grant that we have for paid work experience. And that paid work experience money can subsidize 8 to 10 weeks for a client of ours to go into a business, learn it, the very old school model back in the 50s and 60s, like an apprenticeship model where they learn from experts before they go into this career pathway. So one of the things that I'm working on is trying to, we've developed our team in more of an employment and training team and a program team, so that we can start reaching out to employers directly to start having the conversation about taking on a younger client or a younger person for their workforce. And right now, it's very interesting. The climate of employment is that it's for, everyone is looking for that perfect thing. Kind of leaves young people out because it's, you know, more of the job seekers market right now. So we're trying to just work with a larger amount of employers, small employers, small contractors, if you know of any that way, or very easy way to get in, because if you do, for example, a Crate and Barrel, we have someone from Crate and Barrel, or Starbucks, we have to go through legal opportunities, to, and issues in order to get them hired. But there could be a nonprofit here, a small business owner, small business association, person that can connect us to those opportunities. So, but we do have money to do so I think it'll work out. Okay, any other questions for me? All right, we're going to just have this quick video. This is Tom, and he is from Everywhere Wireless. I told you he is a very new partner with YJC, but I want to spend about 4 minutes so you guys can kind of see the power of partnership here.
My name is Tom Branis. I'm the Chief of Staff, Innovation, and People at Everywhere Wireless. We are the largest internet service provider in Chicago, and we're here to make sure that customers across Chicago have a different experience with their internet providers. Back during the pandemic, we were looking for a way for us to continue our commitment to our community and contribute. Obviously, it's very difficult for us to be doing volunteering events. It's difficult for us to be getting involved in the community how we typically want to. And so I reached out to my mentors and guides, and David Spitulnik, who's on the board at YJC, said, Tom, there's this great organization I've been involved in Evanston, you should take a look. And so we got involved during the pandemic. We sponsored the gala, and that just kind of started a path of understanding what is YJC doing, what is Everywhere Wireless aspiring to do, and how the two groups could work together. So it's been an incredible 2-year partnership so far. We always want to be part of the communities that we're servicing. We're a Chicago-based company. We want to give back. We want to be part of the communities that we're in. And so having the opportunity to assist by giving training and jobs has been incredible. And likewise for our team, understanding that we are open to new ways of hiring and training has been exceptional. One of the most exciting outcomes of this partnership has been our first few what's called paid work experiences. And so these are young I call them kids, but they're not kids. They're just getting used to the working world. And so with the help of YJC, we were able to understand what a good PWE experience is like. And we ran our first one about 6 months ago. We didn't know what we were getting into, but luckily the first 2 we had were incredible. And within the time frame of the PWE, they both got full-time job offers and are now currently working for Everywhere Wireless.
Everywhere Wireless, we're getting internships, and I always wanted to, like I said, get experience first off. And it wasn't really, I guess you could say, set. Like I didn't know if I was going to get this job or not, but I definitely wanted to take the internship, like I said, for experience. Especially just me finishing my training courses, I didn't know everything, so I feel like they helped me out with that. Afterwards, basically Everywhere Wireless, they gave me the job, and like I said, I've got more experience and I've learned more things, and they helped me along the way.
Everywhere Wireless provided me the job opportunity in order to grasp more of what a network technician will be dealing with. Just more at a tier 1, a lower level scale, but it all interferes with the same thing. So with them giving me the opportunity and the resources to learn a little bit more, because with IT it's ongoing learning, it never ends. It's always something new with technology. So just being able to be a part of that type of community and Everywhere Wireless and their help and my coworkers and everything, that has helped me with my long-term goal of achieving being a network technician.
For a business owner or for someone that's working in Chicago, that's looking and understands that there's an alternative route for people to get jobs, YJC has been the best resource for me. I set out and I had some conversations saying, there are people that we should be working with that we're just not getting access to. How do we do that? And luckily, I found YJC, and they've been instrumental in helping me understand how do I craft programs, how do I make sure that we're ready to take on a younger employee or an employee that's switching careers or trying to find out what they want to do in their life. And it's made that seamless for me. Instead of me having to figure out the whole thing on our own. I know we've been driving the staff of YJC crazy because I keep asking questions. But it gets to a point where now I feel like I'm totally ready to be able to take on any of the challenges that we have, and know that I've got a provider that on the back end is going to be watching my back, making sure that we're doing things right, and making sure that at the end of the day, the YJC client's having the best experience possible.
All right. So that's our first example of the Power Partnership today. And the next thing we're gonna introduce Nadana Williams. She's our new Director of Programs, so give her a round of applause. She is our powerhouse. She's a sweetheart. She calls all of these clients her babies, and so she makes sure she takes real good care of them. She's gonna introduce our partnership with Gaffney TWO, which is this way onward. Thank you.
So good morning, all. I'm super excited, always excited. Y'all know that's my tagline, right? Super excited. So I am definitely excited to be here, as Cree mentioned, to be able to do this in person. It's been a while, so it feels good to be in the space, to be amongst friends, and especially our partners. With no further ado, I just want to give a special shout out and thank you to the team this year that supported our This Way Onward program. We know it was not easy at all, by no feat, especially as we moved and transitioned from a hybrid model, not knowing what to expect on a daily basis, to internship for our young associates, or our young brand associates, with placing at 95 was our goal for this year. So we had a team that just jumped in, did their thing, rocked it out, and we're super excited because we have a lot of great young associates that just are amazing, and you'll hear from one shortly. But with no further ado, I do want to again send that special shout out to Hester Buell for leaving and coming back to YJC to support the program. So thank you, Hester. Destiny has been super awesome with supporting our young people. She just really dives in and gives it her all to those young people. So thank you, Destiny. Chris and Peter, Francesca, thank you for just really coming in, not really knowing what the program was about, but saying, okay, if it's for the greater good of our clients, absolutely, I'm in. So thank you all. So because we know without that support that our clients need, it would not happen, nor will it look the way it did this year. So thank you all again. I just want to give a quick history about our relationship with Old Navy, the Gap Foundation, more specifically. We've had the partnership, the Youth Job Center's had the partnership for about 7 years. I have been super fortunate to support the partnership for the last 4 alongside Hester. And in that, it has evolved, it's changed. And we have a fearless leader at the top of it all, Esther, who's here with us today. So thank you, Esther. But always pushing us to do more, to give more, to figure out more, and never hesitant, Esther and her team, never hesitant to say, hey, we're here to support, but you can do it, right? So being our #1 champion around that support and what's needed to help our young people strive and be the best brand associates that are now in some of our Chicagoland Old Navy stores. So with that, again, as I mentioned, things have the program has evolved. In the past, we've had the internship, just a single internship, very similar to the paid work experience, where over the summer, most of the summer, for about 10 now, we went from maybe 12 weeks or 10 weeks. 10 weeks to now this year being challenged with it being an 8-week program. So, like I said, always presented with the challenge, always rising to that challenge and helping our young people strive and be successful in the program. So again, this year we went from a 10-week internship to an 8-week internship that went pretty well. But with that said, we know that our young people definitely get all of the skills that they need around work readiness training, that support, that advocacy, that help and support that is necessary and needed when we talk about those paid work experiences or those internships like the Old Navy model. This year, just want to quickly mention that not only have we been gifted with the internship but we also been gifted with placement for direct hiring. So we have some flexibility in regards to that, which is super important. So for those of the young people that missed the internship and then get a chance to do that, we can offer that direct placement opportunity for them. So it's just a great partnership. We're excited to always be in that space. And last thing is pre-mention, I call all of our clients my babies. I just love all of our youth. I love their energy. I feed off their energy. But most recently, my son has been able to go through the direct hire placement, so I'm excited. Because 4 years ago, I spoke it into existence. I was like, I can't wait till he's able to do the program, and now he's ready. He went to his first night of training last night, so I was excited. I was reading the handbook, I was going through his schedule. So I was like, yes, we made it, we did it. Because that's how amazing this program is. And the reason why I really wanted him to be a part of the program, not only because, yes, he'll be making money, his own money, and not in my pocket, but more importantly, he's a young person that is a little reserved, which is okay. But I know the program would help him in so many different ways around his speaking skills, his people skills, and just really coming out of his shell and just really learning and knowing who he is. And so just to watch my own son now evolve into this amazing young person is our brand associates will be now doing is something I'm just, again, super excited about. But with no further ado, I do want you all to listen to this video from one of our current brand associates in our Old Navy Marshall Plaza store, who again is just awesome. She's been supported every step of the way by Destiny. But with no further ado, we'll show you a video, and then we'll hear from our regional leader for our This Way Onward program 2022 tour.
Point out which one is Jacinta.
Oh.
We didn't have. Sure.
This is Jacinta. See,
Yes.
all her personality. Yes.
I came to the Youth Job Center to get a job that would fit me and my needs. I know I didn't just want a job. I wanted something that was tailored to me and could fit me and my needs and my wants. And I knew that the Youth Job Center could provide that for me. So, while being in the YJC program, I learned that there's people to support you and they want you to succeed. And the Youth Job Center has helped me on my career pathway because of the mock interviews, the questions I get asked, and so much more. Those things have and they will prepare me for future jobs to come. The speaking skills, the customer servicing, and working hard. My experience with the Old Navy program has been very fun and it's been eye-opening. From working the register to packing the orders to servicing customers, it's been amazing. I learned so much and I will learn more. While being in this program, I've learned to be consistent. I've learned to move fast and work hard. It's all about what you make it, so have fun while you're doing it.
Now we'll hear from our awesome This Way Onward TWO regional leader for the 2022 year.
Right. We get in a good spot so we can see most of you guys. Well, hi, my name is Tori. I'm the region leader for This Way Onward for Old Navy. Very honored to be here with you guys, along with part of the program. I always kind of like to share a little bit about myself. So Old Navy was my first job. I've been with the brand for decades now, 15 years. And I really wish I had this program when I was interviewing for a job. I interviewed with Old Navy and the Buckle because that's how cool the Buckle was back in the day. Pretty sure I bombed the interview, it's totally fine. Had Old Navy right afterwards, and I remember being like, man, I wish someone would have told me like, what are the right questions to ask? I have no idea what I'm doing, I have no work experience. However, the Old Navy, crew that kind of interviewed me and has been a part of that journey were like, they were like family. They were like my big siblings. They were like, it's okay, you don't have the right answer, but here's what you could do, They were very flexible and forgiving in some of my answers. Like, I was like, how much money can I make an hour? Like, I didn't know what to ask. Don't ask that one. I, looked for a job because I stopped playing sports, and so my parents were like, well, you gotta stay out of trouble, you gotta do something productive, find a job. I like to shop, so, I was like, clothing is definitely my home. I was in high school, and I was able to be a key holder with the brand. I was gonna go to school for radiography, so ultrasounds and things in the medicine world. My DM met me and she's like, are you sure you want to be in the medicine field? Are you sure you want to wear scrubs? And I was like, well, you can wear like fun shoes. And she's like, no. She's like, if you, change your major, you can apply for our reimbursement tuition program. It just has to be a business or marketing degree. So I was like, why not? Let's change in the middle of my 2 years. Let's do something crazy. My parents definitely thought I was crazy. I was taking 18 hours of class and working 40 hours a week as an assistant general manager. But I couldn't have done that without my Old Navy family providing the space, knowing school was more important. So they really worked with my schedule. So I love the brand. They moved me from Nashville, Tennessee. It's my first time moving away from home. It's kind of scary, but Old Navy really feels like family and friends. So I'm very passionate about it because I've grown up with the brand, and I wouldn't be who I am today without the people who've been able to support me along the way, who don't really know me. So moving me to Nashville, moving me to San Francisco, that one was a little bit of a scarier move, moving across country with, only people I kind of work with, kind of know. I know nobody out there. I started volunteering out there with This Way Onward, store level, so teaching classes and all of that. I remember the program being very cool. San Francisco, it was in person at the time, so I got to meet people at the program, and got to meet friends again and more family members. Fast forward, I moved back here to Chicago. Hester was great, helping me. New Donna has been fantastic, and then Esther has been amazing for my Old Navy path as well. But they were like, we need someone who's really passionate about volunteering, knows the stores, grown up in the stores. And I was like, that's me right here. And they're like, why don't you be the region leader? And I was like, well, that's a lot on my shoulders, but I'm really passionate about volunteering in youth. So it made a lot of sense for me to connect the two together and see what it, could do for me personally and professionally. Leading and impacting 22 stores. The GMs don't realize how much impact we have on the youth from a day-to-day interaction. I've been able to support, youth in job applications, most fun, college applications. You go really close with them and they're like, I don't know what I'm doing. My parents don't have time. I'm like, that's fine. Come in. We'll do it on our lunch break. I've done so many at this point. When my son in 15 years applies, we are going to nail them. I've gotten a lot of practice with them. But it's been really great as a region leader to impact the 22 stores, provide the opportunity for other people in the stores, not just leaders, but as well as brand associates to also volunteer. And then they may also want to join and become, a general manager who also impacts This Way Onward as well. You provide a lot of, life lessons for these kids that they might not be getting at home. So it's not just a job. It's truly where they can come, they can learn, they can build relationships, and ultimately just kind of have fun and shop a little bit, right? Like we all like clothes. So it's been really great to be a part of the program. I'm really honored that I was able to do it. Again, New Donna and Hester and Esther, it wouldn't be possible from the Old Navy. I know, I was like, it's right after each other. I should have separated them. But it wouldn't be so successful without those three women. And it's really great to see them empower stores to pivot and make different decisions if things aren't working. Because I think this last year has been very successful. There's always opportunities. But the youth that we were able to place or able to find a different opportunity for has been amazing and makes me feel better about the workforce and our future. So thank you so much for letting me come out here and talk. And if we can also give these three women one more round of applause.
So you can stay right there. We have an award. It's called Youth Job Center Power Partnership Old Navy This Way Onward YJC 2022 Board of Directors Annual Meeting. So we're going to have a picture with Hester, Esther, Tori, Cree, and Donna. Okay. So let's just go here. There you go. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Come on.
Come on in.
Come on. You too. Come on. Walk this way. There you go. Okay. Thank you. All right. Thank you, guys. are. We're on the meetings and everything. We were actually, we do best practices for other states, so it's grown amazing. It's all over the US, so it's really good. We also have an award for Everywhere Wireless. They are not here today because he's traveling, so we do have an award for him. And what I want to do now, we have about 10 minutes before we have to end the meeting. I want to bring up David. He's going to talk to you guys about a special opportunity with our Pillars program. It's for our wonderful YJC, not just board members, but volunteers, the history, the wonderful things that have made the pillars of YJC so successful. And so he's going to talk to you guys about that. Then after that, we can have Howard come on up. Where's Howard? Oh, there. Oh, here's your mask on. Okay. I was looking for your mask. Okay. And so we're going to have them talk about that, and then we'll wrap it on up. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you guys for all the wonderful things you do. Thank everybody in this room for everything. As Creed just said, we've just created this organization, and we've just created this new group within YJC called Pillars. It's a group of comprising former board members, officers, major donors, industry veterans, and emerging leaders to support and be a major advocate for YJC. Literally, this is just starting. What we're looking for is, again, to increase the power of partnership. We've talked about partnership all day today, and what Pillars is going to do is just make that even stronger. We'll raise our profile, increase our network, and stay tuned as the group continues to grow. A number of the people in this room who we've been talking to are involved. They've asked me to be one of the chairs. Ann is going to be, and Jeanette and I are going to be co-chairs of this organization, or this piece of YJC. So thank you, Ann. I'm not going to take any more time now because you will be hearing a heck of a lot more about Pillars over the coming weeks and months. It's my pleasure to introduce Howard. Before Howard joined the board, Howard was a volunteer and then headed the volunteer program for YJC. So thank you, Howard. It's all on you.
So one more discussion of the power of partnership. And when we do discuss it, it's important to recognize the role of our volunteer community, who's been such a great committed partner to YJC. So who are these volunteers? Well, many of them I can see sitting in the room. Certainly some of the pillars of our volunteer program are here with us today, which is great. But they come from varied backgrounds, and just some of them would be human resource professionals, business entrepreneurs, IT professionals, job recruitment professionals, motivational speakers, healthcare industry professionals, graduate students, career coaches, and then current and past YJC board members. And where they participate and where they really provide a wonderful partnership with YJC is they support our work readiness training workshops. So they work and conduct mock interviews, they do resume reviews, they help clients fill out job applications. Some of them have developed a curriculum for parts of the work readiness training program. So things like goal planning, how to prepare for a job interview, what's a personal brand and how to develop one, budgeting and financial planning. They have, some of them have designed the curriculum and led an entrepreneurial workshop with Oakton Community College. They've led workforce development sessions for YJC employees, and they've been mentors, tutors, and study partners for YJC clients. So they really provide all kinds of excellent partnership services for YJC. So if you're interested in volunteering, how do you do that? Go to our website, click on the volunteer tab, then select initial application. It'll ask you your name and your email address. When we get that, you'll get a link to a secure application form that you can fill out. Once you fill that out, Tyshia Nix, Ty is here someplace, there she is back there, who is amongst many things now running the volunteer program. She'll reach out to you and set up an orientation meeting, tell you about what the different options are, what the training opportunities are to be a volunteer and get involved at YJC. If you have any questions that you want to ask in advance, that I haven't explained to you here today. You can reach out to Ty. Her email address is tnix@youthjobcenter.com, or you can send me an email, Howard Ellman, 2 L's and Ellman, @gmail.com. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so Howard mentioned, so there's a card on the table. You can just zap that QR code on there and that'll take you to our newsletter, and you can also, look at our website, and there's also volunteer information on the website as well. So I wanna just thank everybody. I'm the Director of Development, I'm Maria Gray, and I wanted to thank everybody for coming out. This is great. There is plenty of Kurt's Cafe, wonderful goodies over there, and there's some little to-go boxes if anybody wants to grab some on their way out. But it's our 40th anniversary because, you know, Ann Jeanette started this organization. At age of 5, had the foresight to start Workforce Development Group. So thank you, Ann, for all of your hard work and your leadership through all of this. But, you know, we've got events coming up and happenings coming up in the next year. The official birthday is in June, so we'll be doing a homecoming in June. And our benefit will be on April 20th at venue 610, which is down in the Spertus Institute. We will be, I'm sure most of you have probably gotten a sponsorship letter from us, so we are looking for sponsorships right now for the benefit as well. So just keep, you know, zap that QR code, look at our website, sign up for our newsletter, and we'll keep you up to date about, you know, what's going on for the 40th. But thank you all for coming. And Creed, did you want to say anything else?
No, just make sure you, sponsorship. All right?
Yeah.
You know any companies that would love to sponsor our 40th? You let us know. If you would like to volunteer, we have a QR code. Old Navy is hiring right here. There's a QR code there. We're trying to get more people in Old Navy by December, so let's do it. Thank you guys for coming out. I'm so excited to be here, YJC. Thank you, team, for always rocking it out, and we will see you guys at the next event. Thank you.